Hi guys.
Hi guys, and today's Wednesday. We're going to do some Scottish myths and stories and legends for the Halloween week, and there's only one more week until Halloween.
1 week to Halloween.
Happy Halloween! Loch Ness monster.
So let's tell them about the Loch Ness monster. Right, so Nessie
That's her name.
lives in Loch Ness.
Loch Ness.
Nessie is an aquatic being who is said to be large in size with a long neck
Long neck.
and 1 or 2 humps. Nessie got worldwide attention in 1933, but only evidence of Nessie is with a few photographs and sonars. On the 6th of December 1933 was the first photograph of the monster taken by Hugh Gray.
Who's Hugh Gray?
That photo was used in the Daily Express.
Who do you think Hugh's Gray?
Hugh Gray was a man who was the first ever person to take the picture in Nessie of the Loch Ness monster.
That's cool. That's cool.
Right, so Loch Ness is a long, narrow lake. It's almost like a big, wide river.
I already told you guys that.
But it's very, very deep.
Very.
Some scientists took photos of the lake and it shows an animal that's nearly the size of a school bus. The photographs are real, but most are unclear or blurry, so there's still no evidence in Nessie.
But I call that evidence.
I call it evidence too. If you've got a picture of something that's real.
Unless you put it in Snapchat.
We're not talking about bloody Snapchat. Right, so I've got a little story here that I found on the internet, and it's called the Loch Ness Monster.
Can we both read
This will
that?
start off our Halloween spooky story week.
No.
Loch Ness is a deep lake in Scotland. The lake is so dark it's very hard to see anything under the water. But one girl saw something she'll never forget.
It's probably Loch Ness.
In 1960, Alice Logan visited Loch Ness for a day of sailing with her parents. She had heard stories about the Loch Ness monster that lived in the lake. She got told it had a long neck and even had a nickname. People called the creature Nessie. They said it lived deep below the surface of the lake. Alice, why don't you put away your binoculars and play? I'm going to prove that Nessie is real, Alice explained. Alice looked into the water. She thought she saw something move. She leaned over the boat and fell into the cold water.
Ooh. That must be cold.
For a few seconds, she was underwater. It was very dark, but she seen a shape right in front of her. It was a swimming beast with a very long neck and a tiny head. It had to be Nessie. Just then, Alice's life preserver lifted her back to the surface. She rubbed the water from her eyes and she searched the murky water again. But the strange creature was gone. Now, there's lots of stories about the Loch Ness Monster that go back hundreds of years. The ancient Scottish people who lived near the lake told tales about the creature. In 1933, more than 90 people said that they saw Nessie. Altogether, up until this day, up to 2017, there's been over 4,000 people that have said they've seen Nessie.
Oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. But these people, they still have...
100?
More than 100, there was 4,000 people.
More than 199?
4,000. But people still have questions about Nessie.
Why?
Is there only one monster?
Or is there more? I think there's only one.
Is it only Nessie that lives in Loch Ness?
Or there must be a girl, which is that one. And then there's another one, it's a boy.
Well, some people are asking, does Nessie have a family?
They don't know yet. They've not searched the whole ocean, probably.
If Nessie really exists, where did it come from?
Sky.
Nessie an alien?
Yes.
And this is my favourite question.
What?
What kind of creature is Nessie?
A sea monster.
I think that's something we all need to know.
Sea monster.
Scientists have some ideas what they think Nessie is. Because scientists have some ideas of what they think Nessie is. They've said maybe Nessie's just a giant eel. They've said maybe Nessie's a type of whale or seal that no one's ever seen before. And another theory is that Nessie is a type of prehistoric fish called a plesiosaur. Now that's what I think. I think Nessie is a dinosaur.
Me too.
I think Nessie is a plesiosaur. And I'm going to put a picture of plesiosaur up here.
What does she eat?
What does Nessie eat?
She's married.
You said you weren't eating it.
Right, well,
You said you were not.
what does Nessie eat? I think there's only fish. In Loch Ness it'll be fish she eats. But the reason people started believing about Loch Ness wasn't it only because of pictures and that. But it says here about the ancient Scots that used to tell the tales of Loch Ness monsters. There was one tale they told Nessie, before she got her name, coming out the water and actually eating a fisherman who was fishing. And that is how Loch Ness Monster came about. That was the first ever story about Loch Ness Monster. She ate a fisherman. And then all the pictures and everything came out about her.
A fisherman.
There was a wee man sitting there fishing and Nessie ate him. But we must not taste good because she's never ate anybody else after that, has she?
No. That must be your first person.
Right guys, that's going to be it for today.
And then the next time we do a scared video, it's gonna be about
I don't know yet, why don't you tell us what myths and legends you want us to talk about? Leave it down in the comments.
ghost stories.
Might do a ghost story next.
We may even do cups to where the ghost.
So if you like this video,
Comment, smash that like button. So me subscribe. So smash that like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.
bye.